Hi, Norm Allen with you here from TV18 Life Around the Lake. All of you who have been donating and helping us with our cause here to keep Project 18 and TV18 going, I want you to know how much we appreciate that. I also want to remind you that any of you who would like to participate in it, you may do so by making your checks out to FLOW, Friends of Lake of the Woods, a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and you get a tax deduction for all of your donations. You're the reason we're on the air, you're the reason it works, because at TV18 Life Around the Lake, the stories are all about you.
This is the crew from the Flower Cottage. We are excited to support TV18. We love life around the lake.
Well, good morning, neighbors. It is cold. It is 39 degrees right now. The water temperature is 58. I can tell you that the bait fish will be running here soon, I hope. And the bass should be feeding on them, getting ready for the winter that's ahead. Supposed to be a nice day in the mid-50s. Maybe low 60s, but it's cold right now. A bit too cold for me and Norm. But thank you for joining us. We're hoping to have a good show for you. Some fish to be catch, just like the previous show. I hope you enjoyed that one. That was a good show. We had a lot of fish on the hook and really had a good time. So we're hoping for the best here too. So stick around. Once again, thanks for joining Fishing with Louie, TV18. You know, you may be wondering, you know, Louie spends a lot of time around this area right here, what they call the dam out here. Well, I do. A couple reasons. One, I like it. That's one of the reasons. I've caught fish here before since I've lived here. And the other reason, especially during this time, is that because of the rocks that are in the vicinity and along the edges of the water, the heat of the sun, and we have been having sun lately, kind of they warm up. It warms up, and then that radiates to the water. And as a matter of fact, it is 61 degrees right around here. When we started, it was, I think I told you it was 52 maybe, or 53, I forget now. But, so that has something to do with it, why I usually hit this place before I turn the big motor on and try different places and so forth. But, you know, that's an advantage for you folks that may not have a boat. You could work this area here, and there's fish to be had. Right in the middle here in this area, right, maybe 25 yards from the shoreline, there's a lot of stumps and trees that were here planted, you know, from before, and you could see them on the radar and the sonar and radar, and again, that whole structure for the fish and so forth. So keep that in mind. So. We haven't been seeing too many bait fish popping the surface of the lake right now, the water lake. But I think once the sun goes up a little bit, we'll start seeing that and hopefully be able to get some top water action here for you. Go to that other spot where we caught that other fish. That was a nice fish. All right, we're heading to this point right across from the marina that also produces good fish there. They kind of stage, the bass they stage right there and wait for that bait fish to come in and out, and then they'll attack. I don't see too much action on it, but can't pass it up. We're searching for bass now, so we're gonna hit, you know, the spots that I like and the spots that I've been actually catching fish on before we bring my producer Norm Allen out here to film with us. So hopefully we could put it together and show you guys some good action. All right, folks. Another beautiful Lake of the Woods bass. Right off the dock. I knew that dock just looked promising to me, so I knew something was there. And if Norman, if you could zoom over to the left, to your right, you see that's the beach that we were fishing on the other day from the shoreline. And I missed that other one in that point. We went to there, we didn't catch them, and I know this one here, Norman, is not the same one, but it's still a beautiful fish. So let's put him back, and let's put him back, and he could go. It's starting to get a nice little belly there too on that fish. Look at that. Oh my God, I didn't get to see if it was a carp or what. This is, oh my Lord. Oh, I wish I had my net out. Oh my God. Oh boy, what a way to start the day. We got to get this at least on the film. I got braided line. There's no reason for this line to break. I know I don't want to jinx me. Oh, that's a carp. Look at that. Look at that, boy. Folks, I think you've heard me say before that I have never caught a carp like this. They just don't bite usually. And oh boy, he is gonna wear me out. Look at that. I threw a spinnerbait and he nailed it. He absolutely nailed it. And I am gonna go to the tool that I had shown you back in the day when we started filming. I think he may be too big for this. I'm gonna have to get the net, I think, and try to finagle this as best as I can. You know, if it was let's say this was a bass, you will work them a little bit longer, let them kind of, you know, die out a little bit basically. So it's got too much, he's starting to get there, or not. But I am going to try to put him in the net. If not, we'll be here for a long time. Which is nothing wrong. He's still a fish when we're catching fish. This is awesome. Like I said, this will be my first time landing a carp. I just don't fish for them. Honestly, I don't know who does, you know, but let me swing around here. He's coming around. Man, look at that power on that fish. That is power. I told you guys in previous shows that there's a lot of carp out here in this lake. All right, I think he either had enough or I had enough. But come on, baby, I'll let you back out. All right. I want no part of this, and he wants no part of me here. But, big, look how big that is. A lot of power in these fish. Not an easy task trying to get that hook out. All right. No, I'm going to let him go because I am picking him up. You got him?
Yeah.
See if you can get his face one more time here. Look at that. All right, buddy. All right, don't do that. There he goes. Well, what a start. And let me show you what he hit on. And he wasn't snagged, as you can see. The trailer hook was in the is what caught him, and I'll show you about the trailer hook here shortly. You know, a couple years ago, many years ago, I did snag a carp, but that was a snag. You know, I was just reeling out there, and I guess there was a bunch of them, and I caught him or hit it. But in this case, he actually hit it, which don't know why. Guess he was hungry for this. All right. Oh my God! Look how he bended the heck out of it. The carp, very slimy fish too. By the outside, they're very slimy, and similar to a catfish in a way. Maybe not as much. So let me rinse this off. You know, we were filming a couple shows ago, and Norm told me, "How come you don't have the net out, just in case?" You know, and I was like, "Well, no, you know, usually a bass we could, you know, let them work, and you know, we'll be able to land it without the net and so forth." Don't get me wrong, if you're doing a tournament or something like that, then I was going to tie my shoes here while I'm talking to you, but I'm not going to do that. When you're in a tournament, then you have a partner who could help you out and so forth usually. But before I forget, and I do want to get back out there and drop the line again, but this is what I caught him on. It's called a spinnerbait. This is a treble hook. Not a treble. I'm sorry. A trailer hook that I have on it. So it's got two hooks, and then I put this one on here. Sometimes they short strike it, and this helps you land that fish. Or two hooks are better than one. So why not? It doesn't affect the movement of the lure or anything like that. It's just, oh my! He tore this up. All right, let's go catch some more. Hope you enjoyed it, because I sure did. That was the first time I've caught that one. And I'm glad it was on TV. Boy, was that exciting. You know, I was cold when we started, and now I'm starting to feel pretty warm right now. But what a beautiful fish though they are. You know, it's just not too many people fish for them. Honestly, I never tried or doing it. I know that's not the bait for it. I think they use, like, you know, corn and whatever. I really don't know. But they're good fighters. Good fighters, not good eaters. So you definitely there's not a craving for them or anything like that. Again, as far as I know. But it warmed up here in this boat pretty quickly. So we're glad we caught one, and I would say that fish is probably about 20-25 pounds. All muscle. Oh boy, what a powerful fish that is. What a powerful fish. So, all right, let's keep at it. Well, we're here at another location. It's November 1st. What a beautiful, beautiful morning it's turning out to be. If you look at the colors in the trees, man, it's beautiful here in Lake of the Woods. I know you got trees everywhere in Virginia and, you know, the country, but for some reason I believe the trees are prettier in Lake of the Woods than at other locations, man. Maybe it's because you see them so often, and really nice, really nice. And for those avid hunters out there, November 1st we're in the middle of bow season, and muzzleloader season is going to start on Saturday. So there's a lot of activities for the outdoorsmen here in Virginia. But just to be out in the woods, it's just beautiful right now. The woods and the lake. Lake of the Woods. But here's another one that did not get away, and we'll put him back nicely here. Let me grab him. There he goes. Look how clear that water is too right now. Very nice. And I'm washing my hands so my wife doesn't get on my case. So, and folks, can you believe that my producer said if I was going to count that other one that we got on film, but not on the board, if I was going to count it as one of the 5s that I said we were going to get before we leave today? I don't get it. I just don't get it. You didn't see him running for the net or anything like that to help me out, but no, he hanged me out to dry right there. But I'm going to answer that question later. Right now we got 1 for sure, maybe 1.5, but we'll see. We'll see. If I get 4 and then I need that one, then that's going to be my 5th one. Stay tuned. Folks, there's a lot of bluegills and brim that are killing this one. All right, folks, we just landed a bluegill. I'm pretty confident it's a bluegill. Nice one too. Ooh, that could have been ugly. Pretty nice. Look at the size of that. Gorgeous. Look at the size of that bluegill. Very nice. They get bigger than this here too. Come on, bass. Got one. Let me know when we're. Oh, he's jumping. No, go. All right, folks. I'm sticking with this spinnerbait, and I cast it out there, and I'm doing what they call slow rolling it, and just cast it, let it. Ooh, nice little fight there. This is definitely a bass, I'm pretty sure, and a good one for that matter. Yeah, yes it is. All right, baby. It ain't no carp, but it's a good bass. Oh boy, look at this bass. Oh boy. Look at this bass. 2.5 pounder right here. Nice belly. Really, really nice. All right, I'll see you next year. Let's release him. You got him? Let me wash my hands so my wife don't scream at me. And here's the rag that I always tell you should have. All right, that's a nice little bass. I'm gonna have to, let me show you real quick again. I'm fishing probably 18 foot of water, and I casted that buoy, and I went ahead and let it drop, sink I should say, and then I started what's called just slow rolling it, really, really slow, and the fish went ahead and nailed it. I was concentrating most around the docks earlier, the shoreline and stuff like that, and came to this area again, you know, an area that I had caught fish before in the past. And I think I told Norm this is going to be my last cast. And before we move out, and sure enough, he nailed it. And 2 casts later, I'm still here. So let's see if we could get one more here before we thank you for joining us once again. We had a great time. It is still cold, too cold. So we're going to stop filming right now. And so I don't know, right? All right.
So stay right there over there. That's better. There, that's better background. Okay, action.
Well, once again, thank you for joining us today in another episode of Fishing with Louie. Had a great time today. We caught an amazing fish fighting there in carp. We caught it. The camera was on from the start to finish. I hope you enjoyed that. Once again, that was the first time I've caught a carp without getting snagged on a carp. So it was pretty nice for me too to share that time with you guys. Thank you for joining us. Another show of Fishing with Louie. I hope you come back.
Hi, we're Diane and Keith Morris from Integrity Automotive.
And we support TV 18 and love life around the lake.
Hi, I'm Melissa.
Darlene.
We're from Low Hair Studio.
I love TV 18.
And we love life around the lake.
Hi, Norm Allen with you on TV 18. Well, we're back on location again to bring you more great stories about our community and the places that we live. Because this is not only about where we live, but it's about how we live. You'll find that and other great shows right here on TV 18, Life Around the Lake. Because after all, the stories, they're all about you.
I'm Police Chief Scott Walker with Lake of the Woods Security. Today I'd like to just take a brief moment and describe the back gate operations. This is a members only gate, but we do see several vendors and guests following GPS coordinates that bring them to this location. A good reminder for guests, if you live in this back gate area of the community, is use 102 Lakeview, the Holcomb Building address, to get your guests and your vendors, contractors out onto the Route 3 corridor and away from the 601 or Flat Run Road area. We do have several gate strikes due to tailgating in this area, and this is where a vehicle is attempting to follow another member at close proximity through the gate system. The problem, this is not designed for tailgating. The gate will actually come down and hit the tailing vehicle. With the camera systems in the area, we do catch most of this activity. The ones we don't catch, it actually costs the homeowner $1,500 to $2,000 every time we have to repair the system back here. So it's very important to give your guests the 102 Lakeview address, get them off the 601 corridor and up to the Route 3 corridor so they can use the main entrance guest. This is a members only area. Thanks for staying safe and enjoy your life around the lake.
Hi, I'm Sharon Ferguson with Century 21 Redwood Realty. I fully support TV 18, and as a 14-year resident of Lake of the Woods, I love life around the lake.
This is the crew from the Flower Cottage. We are excited to support TV 18. We love life around the lake.